Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and I wanted to talk also about another aspect of the Kennedy assassination. There's parts of the assassination that don't get talked about much, and I think they're very important to cover. Now, one thing that often is not spoken about is the matter of John F. Kennedy's back brace. It's very important. In fact, it's one of the most important elements dealing with the assassination of the president. And yet, you hardly hear about it. Now, John F. Kennedy, from the time he was a child, suffered from a series of illnesses and problems. He had one leg that was slightly longer than the other, which caused a whole bunch of problems with his hips, led to the back, and of course it was, damaged further during World War II. He was also put onto various drugs, such as cortisone and steroids, which had a habit of affecting the bones. He was also put through experimental surgeries. In the 1950s, they cut into his back and put a metal plate on his spine as a method of helping it. Now, you have to understand something. The body rejected it, almost died. I mean, he almost died from that whole thing. And of course, every time you work on the spine and you have to cut in there, you have to cut muscles. And so it led to some profound weakness in the back. Now, you have to remember, not only was it in the back, it was in the hips, it was in the legs, and he was in excruciating pain. It's amazing. I think that built a lot of character in his part. He was able to take an awful lot of pain. He also got a lot of shots of Novocaine, and for a while was seeing Dr. Feelgood, Dr. Jacobson, who would give him a mixture of various things to help keep him going. Pretty amazing. I mean, he was pretty tough stuff. But I have to tell you this, the back brace is a very important part of the assassination because it led to his death. John F. Kennedy's back brace was a brace that was very thick and cumbersome. It went from the upper torso all the way down to the hips. It had metal straps that went around it to keep him ramrod straight and take the pressure off the back. Wonderful. Around this back brace were wrapped ace bandages, wrapping around his thighs, holding everything together to give him that support. And it helped him tremendously. It alleviated a lot of pain. But it also led to his death. On November 22nd, 1963, John F. Kennedy is riding in the motorcade in Dallas. He is shot several times over a 6-second period. When you are shot, you crumple. If you look at the film of the assassination, that gruesome film called the Zapruder film, you will see that John F. Kennedy is shot and he takes on a posture like this, reaching toward his throat, and then he just leans his head down. He has collapsed. He has crumpled. The unfortunate thing is he has crumpled within the back brace. Therefore, he is a sitting duck. He cannot move. He is trapped within the device that was designed to help him. Had he not been wearing it, he would have just gone down. And so it's very interesting to note that the back brace is a very important feature in the assassination. It's a very important factor of the assassination. And it is one of the contributing factors of his death. Kennedy was hit in the neck. It went by the windpipe and the voice box, hit a nerve that affected breathing. He was hit in the back too, but the fatal shot in the head need not have happened if indeed he was allowed to crumple. Something interesting to speculate on, because we don't think of that at all. The back brace is left out of just about every history, about every conspiracy theory, every talk on the assassination. Talks about many, many different things, but they rarely bring into the conversation the back brace. And in my mind, one of the contributing factors to his death was indeed the back brace.